righty then. Let's go to the mother of all television programs, the brand new Raw on Netflix. Raw is Netflix. That doesn't work, does? What's Netflix backwards? Exilftin. Yes, it doesn't work.
Why would you want? Why do you need it backwards? What was the point of that?
Remember, Raw is War. That was a big deal.
Well, that was a big deal that was the name of the show. Was a big deal.
Yeah.
So why does Netflix have to be
Raw
backwards?
is Netflix doesn't work because Raw is War. War was Raw backwards. It worked. It was almost a palindrome. But Raw is Exilfnet. Doesn't, Anyway, and by the way, here's another difference between the Netflix and the what's the thing that AEW is on?
Max.
Poor MJF. He gets blamed for everything. When you go to Netflix, the first thing that pops up is Raw on a screen to watch. That's your first choice of anything to watch. They are going all the way with this fucking thing, aren't they? And meanwhile, over on Max, Stacy had to do the goddamn search by alphabet, A-E, to find the goddamn thing.
And again, Netflix, it's airing live on Max. It's a simulcast, so it's not like it's the only place you can go. You can just stay wherever you were watching it already. Like you said, you go to Netflix, the first thing that pops up for me is the option to watch Raw live even before it's on.
Yeah.
And then I get like 30 minutes of like weird, I don't know what, like Seth Rollins dancing for the camera. There's like all sorts of weird shit they put up with a clock saying like 30 minutes, 28 minutes, whatever it may be.
Yeah, live event begins in 2 minutes, 14 seconds.
Yeah, it's not easy it's not a priority for Max. And again, I think there's going to be a harsh reality after a year when they look at the numbers and they realize it's not like WWE. There is not a ton of people going through the archives of the pay-per-views, and there's not going to be a big audience watching live. And if you can't find it on there, people aren't going to bump into it, and wrestling fans aren't going to stay to watch other things. So no one's going to get any benefit from this whatsoever. And right now, unless things are done differently. Let me say that before they're like, oh, they said they'll never get benefits from Max. Yeah, if Max keeps handling it the way they are.
Yeah, yes, duly noted. And you might even be able to pull up documents on this, but I heard from last week before we talk about this week's Raw that you can't really, the numbers that you can, Uncle Dave, somebody with that type of mindset can go in and just analyze these numbers right down to the cob. But they're not the same as Nielsen numbers, and it's not figured the same or whatever. But they were figuring that several million fucking people watched that show last week.
Worldwide.
From any accounts is what yes.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of people, whichever way you look at it.
It's exactly what Netflix wants, is regular weekly programming that'll get millions of people worldwide, not just in America, but worldwide.
And then they'll see the thumbnail for the Strange Housewives of Bug Tussle and theoretically want to watch that too.